Hey guys, what's going on? I'm just kidding. Oh my. That's like 4 cop cars. Oh. Oh, there. Oh. Welcome to the live stream. 15 police officers just roared by here. Anyway, obviously you're looking at the title. Let me see if I can do it right. Am I pointing at it? Am I pointing at it? If I'm not pointing at it, this is all for naught. Okay, we'll pretend that it's down here. Or we'll pretend that it's over here. But I think it's over here. Okay, no. So, title of the video. Thoughts on Combiner Wars, Part Trace, okay? Combiner Wars is a big part of my collection right now, and so it only seems fitting that I talk about it a lot. So anyway, thoughts on Combiner Wars, and then the subtitle is The Future. Like, ooh, what are we going to do? Like, what's the future going to hold for Combiner Wars? That guy really yellow. What's the future going to hold for Combiner Wars? What's it going to be like? Woo! I want it to not be yellow anymore. Let's turn that light off in the back. That'll fix it. I bet you money. I bet you money it'll fix it. I bet you money. It fixed it. Okay. So, much better. Isn't that? It's yellow again, but whatever. But yeah, Combiner Wars. I am now 5.5 combiners into Combiner Wars, and some of my thoughts have changed. I mean, not my perception of the line, but my thoughts of where the line's going and what we're going to do with it. So yeah, we're 5.5 combiners, Combiner Wars for me. Okay, so I broke his back. So we got we got Menasol, right? He's going to sit right here, right? Okay. Here we go. Bruticus. He's going to sit right here too. We got the 0.5 aspect. Cyclonus. So he's here. Right, then we got Spirion. Yes, come sit with father. Come sit with your father. Here we got Optimus. Who's Jack? Optimus. Yes. Come. And then finally, Defensor. What do you think you're doing? You always think that you can just be involved in stuff, man. Who do you think you are? Defensor. So, we've got a happy Combiner Wars for. Don't look at that. That's for later. Don't look. We got a happy Combiner Wars family. They're all here. It's all over. Hey, Kyle, you want me to do a Harlem Shake right now? I totally could. I've got enough to roll around in. But yeah, 5.5 combiners. This is a lot of plastic. This is a lot of stuff. Like, it's a lot. Like, we got some stuff going on. I need a life. Is what this means. So yeah, what do I think about the line? My thoughts haven't changed. I think we need to really fight for originality. My final thoughts on Wave 6, which is the Skylinks wave. I don't necessarily want Skylinks. Unless someone gives him to me, then I'll take him. Don't get me wrong. But I don't necessarily want Skylinks. I mean, Onslaught's the other Voyager. I've already got him. No to Smokescreen. Here's my thoughts on Smokescreen. Okay. It's good that he has the prowl head. My problem is that he's the prowl body. His headlights are painted over. The siren is painted over. Smokescreen is not a police car. If they put the prowl head and the prowl chest plate on the dead-end body, hands down, take my money, that would be great. If they had Smokescreen that was the dead-end body, done. Done deal. I would have bought him. But he's cheap. He's done lazily. That's what we don't want in Combiner Wars, Hasbro. We don't want you to do lazy repaints. We want you to put effort into it. Remember when I talked about Onslaught and how much better he was than Hotspot? That's what we want. We want ingenuity. We want that kind of level of, thought process being done to these figures. You just slapping a new coat of paint on Prowl and like painting over the siren, like, oh, don't act like the siren's there. It's not there. We painted over it. It's not there. Like, no, that doesn't work for me. You're painting over a siren. He's not a police car. He's just a car. How hard would it be, to put the smoke screen, the Prowl head, and the Prowl chest plate on the dead end body? I mean, you don't make them all in one part anyway. Use the dead end mold, but do the new chest and the new head and make the dead end mold smoke screen. That would have looked great. Oh my goodness, that would have looked great. Because then we had an Autobot in that dead end mold, and when he transformed, he would have Prowl's head and Prowl's chest, and it would have been the best of both worlds. The police car is cool, but the Prowl head and the Prowl chest would look awesome on that dead end mold, and I am so disappointed that they didn't do that. Okay, so those are my thoughts on Smokescreen. Quit doing stuff like that. That's lazy. That's cheap. We don't want that. Okay. Hound is okay. I understand Hound. Good effort. The new head's cool. I get that one. Okay. Trailbreaker, that works. Thank you. New hand on both Trailbreaker, new head, and a new Combiner Wars hand. Great. Thanks for that. That's ingenuity. Thanks for doing that. You've made that figure now stand apart from Ironhide and Off-Road. He's different. Okay, he's similar, but he's different as well. Okay, Wheeljack, definitely the biggest change. New head, new chest, new. I think it's new feet. Definitely, totally new car mode. I mean, he's definitely the breakdown mold. Don't get me wrong, but new car mode, absolutely different. I mean, if you transform him, yeah, you'll be able to tell the difference. But he looks totally different. That's what we want. We want stuff like that. Keep doing stuff like that. It's excellent. I mean, that Wheeljack is growing on me. The more I see it, the more I love it. And you know what's funny? When you can take a mold that I know is bad. I have 2 of them already. I have 2 of that mold, and I know it's bad. It's my least favorite Combiner Wars Deluxe. And when you change it and make it grow on me the way Wheeljack has, that's good. That's progress. That's what you're trying to do with these repaints and remolds. Not just slap a new coat of paint on Prowl and be like, forget the siren. It's not there because it's painted solid red. Oh yeah. It's a Mustang. California Special. It's very nice. It's white. I like it a lot. Yeah. That's what we want. That's what we want, Hasbro. Think about it for a second. That's what we want. Skylynx, excellent. I love Skylynx. I like the originality. I like the new mold. Here's the deal. I have a lot of Autobot combiners. A lot of Autobot combiners. I only have 2 Decepticon combiners and already 3 Autobot combiners. If I do the Skylynx wave, that's 4 combiners to 2 Decepticon combiners. The Autobots don't always need to have more people. But here's my thought process on the Autobots. Keep making us limbs in the G Autobot style, but don't hesitate to make Decepticon ones either. You know what would be awesome? A lot of people hate on this figure. Where is he? A lot of people hate on this guy. They're like, oh, that's stupid Optimus. It was never a combiner. Hello, it's called Combiner Wars. It's about combiners. Use your brain. Optimus Prime was a combiner, you tools. He combined in Energon with the drones. I mean, I don't have a problem with this. This is original. This is cool. This is interesting. G1 Autobots all combining in one big robot. I think it's ingenious and it's cool and there's a novelty to it. Here's a thought. Make more limbs. You've already got a white Prime. We could totally stack them on top of this. But for me, all I need is this red Prime and like 8 or 10 different Autobot limbs that I can just swap and mix match and make all these awesome combinations. Like, how cool would it be to have a cast of G1 Autobots that would combine with Optimus Prime? That is a very cool idea, and that's something that I think they could do. And they could get away with it because in G1, a lot of the Autobots look the same anyway. It works. It works perfectly. Personal recommendation. I want to sideswipe. I want to sideswipe. You guys like to just do straight repaints. Repaint with a new head and then figure out a way to put you say, I'll buy sideswipe because you've given us Sunstreaker and I want sideswipe to go with him. Do it. So do that. That'd be cool. I want that. I would buy that. And here's a thought. More limbs for him. Do some happy repaints. Take some notes out of Takara's playbook. Do Soundwave out of the off-road mold. That would look cool. I mean, be original. Make us some Seekers out of the Skydive mold. That is cool. Do that. Come on, Hasbro. If one mold for the Seekers, all you have to do is put a new head on Skydive. And you can do it 3 or 4 times. I mean, think about it. You know? Here I am advocating 2 separate issues, right? If you're going to do repaints and you're going to be lazy with them, at least put some thought into them. Don't do like the smokescreen thing. Put some thought into them. It makes sense for Seekers to be identical. It makes sense for twins to be identical, like Sunstreaker and Sideswipe. That makes sense. Don't give us a different character who was never a police car and slap him in a police car body. You're like doing, your thought process is good, and it would make sense if you did it with certain characters. You're choosing the wrong characters. Stop choosing the wrong characters, okay? Think about it. Come on. You guys aren't idiots. You've been doing this for a long time, Hasbro. You've been doing this for a very long time. It's not hard. Okay? I don't know where you started selecting figures. But yeah, easy repaints are good. They have a place in this line. We know that. Make them make sense. Seekers, twins, those make sense. Like I said, a guy who was never a police car being put in a police car mold and having a coat of paint slapped over the siren, like, oh, it's not there. That makes no sense. Think about it. See, look, I could do your job for you. What? Anyway, so that being said, we're going to move into the future. What's the future going to hold? What's going to happen? I was in a hangout with Ultra Maximus, and apparently he works for Hasbro, is what he said. He gave us some information, and now before I get into this information and before I talk about this, I want to clarify just one thing, and that's why I have this piece of paper I told you not to look at yet. Can you see that? Yes. This is just rumor and speculation. None of this has been confirmed. Got it? It's just rumors. It's just rumors. Don't take this as gospel. It's just rumors. I hope that hits Groove in the face. Okay. Ultra Maximus told me and us, all of us that were in the hangout, he said that Combiner Wars is slated to run through 2018. None of it's been confirmed. Remember, none of this has been confirmed. We don't know. He said that the sales of 2016, so I guess the first 2 waves of 2016, the Bruticus wave and the Skylynx, Skyrain, I guess the way that those sell and the way that BotCon performs, because they're doing Beast Wars combiners, if those perform well, Combiner Wars will theoretically, not confirmed, continue. This is interesting. This makes my wallet hurt because I'm not into Titan's Return because I don't have any attachment to Headmasters. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't have any attachment to Headmasters. Combiner Wars are like a they're kind of like one of the things. Combiners and triple changers two big things for me. I love those gimmicks. I think they always work. And I'm a fan of that stuff. Headmasters never made sense to me. I'm not attached to them. Don't have any interest in them. Titan's Return, I'm glad it's happening for the people who like that stuff. I'm just not into it. The figures look great. Don't get me wrong. I don't think the figures are bad. I'm just not into it. So, but Combiner Wars been around for a while. It's definitely interesting. We still haven't gotten Victorion, which, no thanks. We have pictures. We're getting the G2 box sets here and there. We still haven't. We have the pictures of Lio Kaiser and the Computron, and we have an image of a Toys R Us computer confirming that Computron will be a box set that they sell at Toys R Us. Not confirmed by Hasbro, but in the Toys R Us system. Who's to say that code doesn't disappear? I mean, we don't know. Ultra Maximus was saying, and once again, rumor, speculation, that they're planning. I asked him what was up with Betatron. I said, what is up with that scatter shot? I have it. I've been abusing it verbally and physically for the past 6 months. Not 6 months, I'm just kidding. For the past 2 months. What's up with that figure? And he said, it's a test. It's a test of how Combiner Wars is doing and how interested people are in getting additional combiners. And let me just say something, Hasbro. If you're going to test us on wanting another combiner, don't release a piece of garbage figure like that Scattershot. Don't do that. Apparently, there's supposed to be, if the Combiner Wars does well in 2016, there is supposed to be a Technobots wave of deluxes. What does that entail? I don't know. I still don't know if it's not confirmed, so I don't know. Well, wouldn't that be interesting? Another point he brought up, Hasbro had some idea to do Beast Combiners, which they said from the get-go they weren't going to do. Maybe they said that just because they didn't want to build up hype if Combiner Wars never took off. Maybe they didn't want to build up the hype for it. And I don't know. But regardless, once again, this is all rumor and speculation from one guy. And I'm just relaying this information. Depending on how Combiner Wars does, we could see a Computron limb set wave. We could probably still see the box set. We could see Beast Combiners. Most of them would probably be Decepticons. And I bet Lio Kaiser. It's a tough time because on one hand, I don't want to buy a bunch of Skyrain stuff because I want Computron. I just want Computron. Hey, Hasbro, I will buy Computron if you release him. I have the Scattershot sitting around, but I'm waiting on you to make a decision and show us the box set or show us the limbs that you're going to release individually. I'm waiting to make a decision, so tell us what you're going to do. Yeah. The future of Combiner Wars, we don't know. We have no idea. But this speculation has come to light, and it's interesting to think what could happen if it kept going till 2018 when they had it slated to end. So, with that in mind, a couple tidbits of information here, some things that Hasbro needs to understand. Once again, from the beginning, do your repaints and your remolds with imagination. Put some thought into it. Don't just do lazy repaints. That's a good way to burn us out. Okay? I hate to have to say it to you now, but it's a good way to burn us out. So, I'd buy a Sideswipe that's a repaint of Sunstreaker, stuff like that. I'd buy a Red Alert, repaint it off that Sideswipe. I would. that stuff makes sense because they were all the same figure in G1. It doesn't make sense to have Smokescreen be a police car. It's like the 15th time I've said it, and it still doesn't make sense. It's lazy. If you want Combiner Wars to keep going, if you want us to keep buying it, don't be lazy. Put thought into it and make it good. Because it's been good for the most part. Like, oh my goodness. Is this right here? This is good. This is good stuff right here. I love this figure. And even after the hype has died down on him, he's still like my go-to figure to play with just because he's so daggum fun. Do more like this. That's all. That's all we ask. More like this. And less like that nasty freaking Smokescreen. So I've jabbered long enough. I'll see you guys later. Hasbro, we watching you do good stuff. Bye.